Hello, welcome to the Noiseberry Records channel. For this first video, I thought I would just talk a little bit about my music background and what kind of music and bands that you can expect to see me or hear me talking about on this channel. So like most kids, I started listening to kind of whatever was popular at the time, whatever was on radio and stuff like that. And then in junior high, when I was probably 13, I think, there were a couple of these other guys at my junior high school here in Calgary, and they both had long, shaggy hair, and they wore really cool looking t-shirts, and one of them had a Def Leppard t-shirt on with like a big Union Jack on it, and I thought the design was really cool. I'm from Britain, so I like seeing the Union Jack. So I went to the public library and I found a Def Leppard CD with the Union Jack on it. It was like a greatest hits album, and so I got it. I checked out of the library, brought it home, and I remember I said to my parents, I was like, you know, I just want to give it a go. I'm probably not going to like it. It's going to be like too heavy. I'm not going to enjoy it. And so I put it on, and within like the first song, I was like, oh, this is cool stuff. I really like this. And so I got to talking to the two guys I mentioned before a little bit more, and they gave me a couple of other recommendations. And, you know, that they said, like, stick with Def Leppard, try out some Kiss and stuff like that. But they also recommended me some quite heavy stuff. They recommended me some Megadeth, which is just like thrash metal, and also Children of Bodom, which is melodic death metal. Yeah, Children of Bodom was one of like the first metal bands I ever listened to, and I even quite liked that, so I knew I was going to get into metal like pretty much from that point. And so I just started listening to a ton of metal. I got more suggestions from those guys throughout junior high. And then in high school, when I was in the UK on holiday, I saw this magazine on the stands there called Metal Hammer. And I was like, that sounds pretty good. So I grabbed that and went through it and found a ton more bands that really matched what I wanted to listen to. And so I started reading Metal Hammer every month and finding all these big bands. And probably the most influential band that I discovered from Metal Hammer around like very early high school was Bullet for My Valentine, which was like quite mainstream metalcore, and that was really my first experience listening to metalcore, and that was probably like, God, 12 years ago now, 12, 13 years ago, I first listened to metalcore, and now that's pretty much all I listen to, and it really has been for the last like 10 years. I really liked metalcore, and it's just the genre I listen to now. So some of my favorite bands, I mean, you can see like two of them behind me right now. Trivium up there. I've seen them in concert like 5 times now, I think. One of my favorite bands, The Devil Wears Prada. That's Devil Wears Prada, and that is also Devil Wears Prada. Yeah, I love Devil Wears Prada, seen them. I think I've only seen them once, actually. But I did a cool meet and greet with them and got this one signed. So pretty much all of my favorite bands are all metalcore or like metalcore adjacent. I think like Periphery is probably my favorite band right now. Trivium, Devil Wears Prada, Older Architects, Older Asking Alexandria, Older Bullet for My Valentine, stuff like that. Some of my favorite albums from this year so far is Periphery's new album, the new Invent Animate album, the new Crown the Empire album, new Currents album, new Veil of Maya album, and Sleep Token's new album, which is not really metalcore, but that one I really enjoyed. So if you stick around on the channel, you'll probably see me or probably hear me talk about some of those albums at the end of the year in the top 5 albums video. But yeah, I just wanted to do a short little introductory video to talk about some of my musical history and what bands and what kind of music you can expect to hear me talk about on this channel. I don't have any like super concrete plans right now for what kind of videos I want to do on here. I think I want to do, like I mentioned in the video on Noiseberry Games channel, I'd like to do a couple of unboxing videos for when I get cool vinyl records, because I like buying vinyl records and I have quite a lot of them. So I've got one really cool one that shipped from Germany a week ago, so that'll hopefully be here soon, and I think it's pretty limited. I think there's only like 500 copies of it made, so I think that'll be quite a fun one to do an unboxing of, and I will do that on this channel. Otherwise, I think I might do, you know, maybe an album review video here and there. Maybe album or like music reaction videos. I'm not sure. I haven't like looked into doing those at all. I don't know how they work like copyright wise for YouTube. Possibly something to do, but I will stress don't expect very frequent uploads on this channel at all. My main focus is still going to be the gaming channel. This is just kind of a nice little side project channel. Alright, that'll do it for this introductory video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Probably turn on notifications because I'm not going to upload that frequently, so you don't want to miss them when they do come out. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!